Juice 107.3. It's a fresh start today with Susie and Michael. Justice Crew with Rise and Fall.
Right now, we are joined in the studio by a very interesting man. We've been talking about him on the show, plugging him. He's coming in. He's a stunt man, a fight choreographer, an actor, a producer from the Stage 1 International Film Festival. It's Wade Boys. Wade, thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
Now, we have been introducing you as a stunt choreographer and a fight choreographer and a stuntman. Now, Correct. You're saying, you were telling me off air that those are two very different things.
Yes, that's right. So, and it's one of those things in the film industry that if you're in the film industry, you know how antsy people can get about their titles. That's exactly right.
All right.
And with the stuntman accreditation,
yes.
There's a lot of work and a lot of money that goes into it over a long period of time.
Right.
And until you're actually accredited, you should not be calling yourself a stuntman. Now, I am doing my accreditation, but I have not completed my accreditation.
Okay.
I've been doing fight choreography for 4.5 years,
yes.
but it's a big difference between being a stunt man and being a fight choreographer.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So what sort of fights have you choreographed on the silver screen?
Well, the last one that we did was it was very interesting because a lot of the times when we're doing fight choreography, the actors had no experience. So you know, when the director gives us a call, the producer gives us a call and says, "Oh, hey, I've got 3 girls that I'd like to give katanas to, and they're going to fight a guy with a metal baseball bat," and you're like, okay.
And who do you want to win this fight?
That's right. And so obviously then, moving magic, we do as much as we can with the actual contact parts with fake swords,
right.
painted to look real.
Yep. And what are they, rubber?
No, they're composite plastic.
Oh, right.
And we use the same ones that they sort of use on most of the major sets. So they're quite cheap to get, and you can get them from pretty much any sword place. And once painted, they look quite good. But any of the close-ups where there's no actual clashing, we put the real ones in their hands.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So that's one of the touchy things, especially when you end up. You usually get actors that have come through, and the brief is, they've done martial arts. Or they're studying martial arts. And then when you actually get them and you say, okay, what sort of martial arts you done? Oh, when I was 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was a white belt with a green stripe, like the first kata.
So when you're dealing with actors who need to use a weapon of sorts, do you actually own all of these weapons?
We sometimes the production buys them. We purchase them for the production. Other times we've got our own, which we are more comfortable with. However, it's always nice to get a new toy.
Yeah, of course.
You must do a lot of this because just before you were like, you can buy them, from any sword place. Like there's I'll just pop into one of the sword places. Like I was like, I have no idea one of these sword places.
Well, you know how they go, Kmart, gift shop, shoe shop, clothes shop, sword fighting
sword
shop.
joint. Yeah.
Generally goes in the malls.
You see them all the time, the collector's ones. You know the ones with all the movie swords,
Yeah, I have
purchased this,
Yeah. So what's your favourite weapon to choreograph a fight with?
Well, definitely the sword.
Yeah.
The sword is a lot of fun. And there's a lot of things you have to have on set to be able to have weapons on set, by the way. There's not just the fight choreographer, but especially when you're talking guns, you need to have an armourer, on set, which does cost money. And
An armourer?
Yes, yeah. So somebody who's been gone through the training and have got their licence to handle weapons and, to be basically able to...
Make sure everything's safe on set, right?
Yes. They wouldn't have live guns on set, would they?
Well, they're real guns, yeah. They can have guns that have had the firing pins taken out, but the ones that they... Usually when you get an armour in, it's in so they can fire an actual gun.
Oh, wow.
Well, although it would be a blank round most of the time.
Most of the time. My!
Now, Wade,
yes.
You're not simply a fight choreographer or a stuntman. You're also a producer.
Yeah.
You also make films.
Yeah. Well,
tell us what else do you do in the film industry?
It's funny, the film industry. It's one of those industries where you get in as one thing and you end up being the next thing and then the next thing. And it's one of those progressional jobs that just keeps surprising you. I started off as an actor, and which I didn't really want to do, but ended up loving. And then got asked to produce, and you sort of like, what's a producer? And then you learn about it on Google.
Yeah, Google it up. Yeah, why not?
And then, from there, it's funny how this came about. Actually, the the director who asked me to produce Project One Shot. When we finished it, which we filmed at Sanctuary Cove just down here, we wanted to premiere it at a film festival, and getting it to premiere at a film festival was really hard. We called so many and just, wasn't able. So he's like, oh, well, let's just do our own.
Oh.
And I'm like, sure, when would you like to do it? Oh, let's try for December. And so in 5 weeks, and I'm like, I don't think that's possible. We decided to do it in January. And by the time we actually got to the point where we started building this thing, within 5 weeks, we actually built a film festival and managed to have over 130 submissions of films, which shows just how many filmmakers are out there and active in the industry. And then we pulled it off. We were sold out within 2 weeks, and it became an annual thing.
Well, look,
and here we are.
I want to ask you more about the film festival very soon. We're just going to have to go to a song, but coming back, I want to ask you about the 2016 incarnation of the Stage 1 Film Festival.
This is Megan Trainor with Like I'm Gonna Lose You on Juice 107.3. Thanks so much for that, Jade. 6 minutes to 8, and still joined in studio this morning by fight choreographer Wade Boys, and also you were involved with coordinating the Stage 1 Film Festival.
Which
is massive.
Festival director.
Yeah, Movie World, you can see heaps over there, hey?
Yes, Warner Brothers Movie World. It's an absolutely gorgeous venue, as you can imagine.
Amazing,
It's like turning up to an event in the States. It's beautiful.
Now, it is happening on the 27th of February next year.
Correct.
But we're getting on you the show now because you're looking for entrants.
Yes, that's exactly right. We've got 4 categories at this festival, which is obviously our Australian categories, which is Australian short videos, and then we've got our Australian music videos, which is very important because we're really linking the music industry with the film industry this year round.
Brilliant.
And then we've got our international short films, just to sort of separate them, but let them go against each other. And then we've got our one-shot category, which is worldwide, and that's where obviously you're not allowed to have any breaks, like Birdman, except without cheating.
I wasn't a super fan of Birdman, so I like to see who can do it for real. I would be very impressed. The idea is people film it on their smartphones or their little, there's Action Cam, the mini GoPro sort of things.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Are you going to launch our little competition
Yes,
for us?
let's do that.
Why not? Let's launch it now. How do we do this?
Okay, well, everybody's got a phone.
Yes.
And to prove that they are actually doing it on their phone, they must have somebody recording them recording or filming.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
yes.
So that way, if one person's got a phone filming, another person's behind them filming that they're filming.
Right.
Because
Right.
these days, you could
Can
film
we
it
cheat
on-
special effects? Yeah, absolutely.
we can't have that. And we'll keep it short.
Yes.
So 1 minute of movies, and that will be start to finish, so including the credits. And it must be a one shot. So
1 minute,
One
one
minute,
shot.
one shot. You must have evidence that you
I
shot
think you've
yourself.
just named it. The 1 minute, one shot.
1 minute, one
competition.
shot.
And is
Awesome.
This,
Let's do it.
With the Stage 1 Film Festival? Is that
That's
where we
right. Yes. So this will be a separate competition leading up. So every month we'll do another competition. So each month you have 3 weeks where you can get your 1 minute one shots in. You can submit as many as you like, and then we'll do 1 week of judging, and give a prize at the end of that month, and then we'll start it all again. Every month leading up to the festival.
Exciting.
It has been so fascinating meeting you and getting a bit of, first of all, launching the brand new competition, which is amazing, getting insight into about the Stage 1 Film Festival, which also sounds brilliant, but a bit of behind the scenes of the
Looking at the
choreographed
film
fights on-
industry.
brilliant.
Amazing. Wade, thank you so much for joining us on
My
the show
pleasure.
this morning.
Taking us to a fresh news update now, it's Blanca with Who I Am on Juice 107.3.